Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. Today, we're going to be doing the daily reading for Thursday, June 10th, 2021. And today's the day that's ruled by the throat chakra and guided by timelessness. And it is the annular solar eclipse in Gemini today, that new moon solar eclipse that we've been talking so much about, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere. So today is a big, big day. And we felt the energies of this yesterday. We're going to continue to feel the energies, like powerfully feel them tomorrow as well. And then, of course, we're feeling these energies all the way through 2021. If you guys are interested, check out the Eclipse Season 2021 video. I go into the energies of this series of eclipses along the Gemini-Sagittarius axis, as well as the other series of eclipses that are taking us into 2022 along the Taurus and Scorpio axis. So just big, big energies that we are working with, such important work that we are doing right now. It's all happening right now, you guys. My friend Nikki, whose channel I mention a lot on here, Majestic Unicorn Healing, she channels a lot of different beings. And one of the messages that keeps coming through, regardless of who she's talking to, is that the ascension is happening right now. It's not a far off thing happening in the future. It is happening in this now moment. We are ascending. And so just to be aware of that and to know that, and that's why these energies are so intense, because we are releasing all of this density. We are welcoming in all of this light. It is a powerful, powerful time to be alive, folks. And yes, there are major shifts happening for each and every single one of us. And we're all experiencing and feeling these shifts differently. We're receiving a lot of activations today, a lot of light coming in, a lot of information coming in. And something that I hadn't fully thought about before came to me yesterday. And it was this understanding that when we talk about these activations that we're receiving, they're different for every single person because we all need something different. And so it's always very unique to us, what we are specifically working with, what we need at this time, what is going to best assist us is always what's coming through when we talk about DNA activations, when we talk about light codes, when we talk about all of this different stuff. So we are each receiving on any of these portal days, any of these big, big events, exactly what we need. So just know that and be open to receive whatever it is that is in your highest good today. Yes, it is a new moon, so it is a powerful time for manifesting. And we are doing a new moon manifesting ceremony tonight. If you want to get in on the action on that, just follow the info in the description box of where to send your donation, and then a Zoom link will be sent to you. So yes, big manifesting energy. However, this energy is also, I'm feeling so much about receiving and simply holding within your being the vibration and the intention through your vibration, the overall vision, right? For your highest and best life, the overall intention to be living your highest and best life, and for the entire planet to be living its highest and best life and manifestation. Like, that's powerful intention to hold today. That intention of the new earth that we're creating and the experience of that. What does that look like? What does that feel like for you? So really working with those energies. My right ear just popped when I said that. So very important, very powerful. Today is the day where we are learning a lot about ourselves. We're learning a lot about our belief systems. These Gemini Sagittarius eclipses are all about belief systems. And so with that lunar eclipse, we were releasing or coming, our belief systems have been coming into our awareness since that lunar eclipse that we had in Sagittarius. We're really noticing, paying attention. And these are some of the most deeply rooted belief systems and wounds that we have that have been coming up to the surface for healing. And we've all been experiencing that in different ways. It's been very intense. And so now we have all of this new supportive information coming in. And right, Gemini is all about information. It's all about those new perspectives. However, it's not like, it's going to be different for everyone. There is outer information that's going to come to us through many different sources and varied means, right? Through synchronistic means. But it's also, above all else, the information being downloaded to us and coming to us from the etheric realms. So some of this information is not even conscious, right? It's super conscious. It's subconscious. And so it's all just being downloaded into the little computers that we are, in order for us to, like, it's going to influence us in subtle ways and help to continue this shifting process of our belief systems. So it's really, really powerful. And we are going to have some things brought to our attention today. It is really interesting that the white solar mirror is the galactic signature that we're working with today, because the white solar mirror is that energy that sorts out truth from illusion, that shows us the truth, that reflects back to us the truth for us to see. So there's a very, very massive... Sorry, my phone just went off there. Sometimes I forget to turn the ringer on. I'm not used to it. So it surprises me when it makes noise at me. So what were we talking about? Give me a second here, you guys. Things being reflected back to us. So the truth is going to be reflected back to us. This white mirror energy is the energy that really does work with belief systems, because it helps us to understand, right, that everything that we see is a reflection of what we are, that our beliefs, our perception is what influences our reality. And so we can tell a lot about our beliefs and our perceptions by witnessing, by being that witness to our reality. So we're being asked to do that today. We're being asked to polish that lens, to polish that reflection, so that we can see a little bit clearer. And this solar eclipse, right? And even the tone today is the solar tone. Like, you can't make this up. This is so perfect. That solar eclipse is bringing in a lot of that truth for us. It's bringing in a lot of that illumination. It's bringing in a lot of energies, but it's still also removing the energies that are no longer serving us. And really, with this eclipse, it feels more like it's empowering us to do that for ourselves. Anywhere where we're being given opportunities, right, in order to release what is not serving us. We're having things come back around, right? I was talking about this with somebody the other day, how sometimes when we up-level our vibration, things come back around to sort of, I don't want to like to call it a test, but it's just like, okay, are you going to bite? But do you want this? But do you want to come back and play in this energy still? It's really interesting how that can happen sometimes. And so, especially during Mercury retrograde, we may be experiencing a lot of that too. So there's going to be a lot of options or opportunities for us to practice our own spiritual sovereignty, our own energetic sovereignty, to really step into that and to understand and integrate what that means. So we are being empowered here by being given that option, which we always have. That's part of our agreement when we incarnated on Earth. Really understanding that option of, we get to choose, what do we want to live? What reality, what timeline do we want to live in? What do we want the experience of our life to be? So this white mirror energy is also, there's a lot of deep esoteric stuff to it. So we're going to go to the Astro Dream Advisor for all of that, because they're going to, of course, explain that part a lot better than I would. But it's like the organization of space, really, of space and time. And there's just so much. There's so much within the white mirror energy. It's a numbers energy too. And so numbers may be very significant today. You may be noticing even more number synchronicities popping up in your life. It's all about the divine order of things. So just big, big, profound energy. So pay attention to what's being shown to you. Pay attention to what's being reflected to you. Pay attention to what you are instinctively feeling and sensing. And here are the affirmations for today. This is kin number 178. White solar mirror. I pulse in order to reflect, realizing order. I seal the matrix of endlessness with the solar tone of intention. I am guided by the power of timelessness. And when we're talking about this solar tone of intention, right, this is the tone which is also perfect for a new moon, because it is that manifesting energy where our intentions of being able to send out our intentions, send out like a laser beam, right? Focusing on what it is that we desire, what it is that we want, what it is that we want to experience. This is also an energy where telepathy is very highlighted. So telepathic communication, especially with this solar eclipse portal that we're experiencing right now, very, very heightened as well. The secondary affirmation is, I am Etznab mirror. I accept your shadow sides. I give you purity and endlessness. And so let's see what else I want to read here. The guidance for today is to focus on discerning truth from illusion. Learn from the mirrors provided by other people and situations. Face your shadow and unconsciousness. Release all that does not authentically reflect you. Reflect the light of the spiritual warrior. So really powerful energies, right? We're looking into that subconscious, because the subconscious is where the bulk of our belief systems exist, right? That's where we're operating from. Something like 90% of the time is the subconscious mind, the shadow. And so the more we can grow to understand the shadow and bring that into the light, which is what the other series of eclipses that we're experiencing, that's why I said check out that Eclipse Season 2021 video, are all about. As when we can integrate that, we become so much more powerful, because we're bringing that into our consciousness. All right, let's see here. Let's read from the Astro Dream Advisor. Excuse me, guys. White mirror represents the Hall of Mirrors, where you can face your own reflection and see the truth about yourself. As a mirror, white mirror merely reflects what is, whether truth, beauty, or illusion. Here you can face unfinished business, the dissonance of difficulties, or charged issues that would keep you from the full expression of your divinity. Become aware of any illusions or distortions within yourself. Your clarity of perception will transform them. Take a moment to see yourself as you actually are, shadow and all, freed from the maze of mental illusion. Sometimes you may find yourself reacting rather than freely responding to a situation or person. If you have charged reactions such as frustration, anger, fear, judgment, or jealousy, look at how you might be projecting these issues onto someone else. The world is the mirror for you to truly see. Any strong reaction to a person or event signals an issue to work on in yourself. Be willing to examine and utilize what you see in your mirrors in order to transform dysfunctional belief systems, negative thought forms, and fixed patterns. In the Hall of Mirrors, there is no good or bad, no right or wrong. There is only the reflection of what is. As you learn to see yourself, you begin to see your emotional reactions as signs indicating where to focus your awareness for growth. On this quest, come prepared to face White Mirror's sword of truth and purification. The wisdom of this sword penetrates, exposes, and ultimately heals your illusions. Discrimination is tempered with love, cleanly cutting away everything that does not serve your evolution. To the Maya, White Mirror is the flint that hones your sword. The greatest gift of the sword is the power of forgiveness. A profound freedom emerges from forgiveness, the releasing of the illusion of cause and effect. Use the great gifts offered in this blade of truth and light to forgive and release anything you may judge or see as imperfect. You are already an enlightened being. The color for White Mirror is reflective silver. Silver symbolizes the lunar intelligence of intuition and receptiveness, the mirrored illusions of duality and multiplicity. In the larger pattern, all things are reflections of the greater reality. Silver offers a glimpse of the great mystery, the reflection of things as they really are. To access the qualities and teachings of White Mirror, utilize silver. And then we're going to read about the tone for today, the solar tone. And the solar tone, which is tone 9 out of the 13 tones of creation, is about completion, expansion, mastery, larger cycles of time, fulfillment, and grand design. 9 is the ray of greater cycles, the foundation of self opening to the 4 points of measure and cycle. It is the grand design, the unfolding order of the larger pattern. With the solar tone of 9, you are being offered the embrace of longed for completion. Fulfill your pattern, your circle. Embody the mastery and wisdom you came to express. This ray asks you to be rather than try to be. Embody the wisdom of the larger cycles. You are the humanitarian whose being unfolds the larger pattern of the new world. In the grand cycle of time, 9 is the number of completion and expansion. What is it that you are being asked to complete? Can you see the clues to this lifetime of completion? As you expand, shed old patterns that do not support your growth. Receive completion's fulfillment. You are poised on an arc of a grand cycle of time. In this cycle, time and space fold, past and future merge, and lifetimes meld in completion. Join in the fulfillment of the mystery of the triple triangle by offering your mystery to be woven into the larger loom of reality. So that is powerful right there, you guys. Yeah, so this energy, this white mirror energy, is also all about the divine order, right? This is very much about divine order, divine timing. Just really, I love the white mirror energy. I really, really love it. And so we're going to start today with the Wisdom of the House of the Night clear deck. And we're just going to see what messages come from here. This is a little bit of a more shadowy deck. I really enjoy it. And yeah, some interesting messages come out sometimes. Ooh, and notice how it's gilded with silver. I never noticed that until just now. What guidance do we have for this new moon solar eclipse? There's also a new moon solar eclipse video that's specific to this eclipse. So that's another one that, if you haven't checked it out yet, would be a good one to check out today. All right. Tell us about this, the energies we're working with. So Lost is the first card coming out. Interesting. Tell me more about this. And then we have Wishing. And we have Differences. Interesting. And so this Lust card to me also symbolizes passion. It symbolizes passion. It symbolizes all of our, it feels like all of our primal desires in this card. Our primal desires and our most true desires. And so I feel like as this moon, this eclipse is happening here, our truest and deepest desires are coming to the surface in order to be realized, in order to be recognized. What is it that we truly want? What is it that we truly desire? And for many people, this is also a who. There's this energy of drawing in our soulmates, or having that desire for a partner. That's definitely coming through, but it doesn't have to be. And this Differences card, get me some more energy on this Differences card. What is this about here? Complicated. Okay. So I'm feeling for some people that where this is concerned, there may be a complicated relationship that's on your minds. Something where you two just don't see eye to eye. And we got the black cat and the white cat here, right? So this sort of differences of opinion, differences of how we see and understand and move in the world. This is also the energy of the conflicting desires within ourselves, right? The differences, this is like the dual belief systems. This is the dual desires. We want one thing, but we also want the other. And not really understanding what to do with that, right? When we have conflicting desires. And then we have Belonging, House of Night. So this is also, so this deck is all about Nyx. And so for those of you who don't know about Nyx, she is like I guess you would say like a dark goddess, kind of, considered to be one of the original creator goddesses of the entirety of the world. Who reigns over the more shadowy aspects of life and death and rebirth. And so she's a powerful, powerful figure. And for some people, she's inviting you. She's offering with this belonging card. She's offering to show you the parts of yourself that you don't understand, that are creating this this complication in your life, that are creating this confusion, this dualistic nature. And it's this idea and this understanding that when we have, and this goes back to, so this is like a magic thing, and magic, of course, is a form of manifestation. It is manifestation, just more ritualized, right? And so the understanding, this is what I'm being called to talk about right now, is that when our will is divided, it is more difficult for us to create the magic that we're seeking to create. It's more difficult for us to manifest, right? If we work with the energy of manifestation, the term manifestation, it's all different perspectives of looking at similar things, right? And so when our will is divided, when we have dual desires, when we have dual belief systems, right? The results of our manifestations come out kind of sloppy, because our consciousness wants one thing, but our subconscious wants another. And so that's what this energy today is really inviting us to do, is to bring those into alignment, to really go within. And so Nyx is offering to help some people do that today. If you feel called to her energy, if you feel, if there's a pull to it. I worked with her a little bit a couple months ago maybe, and it was definitely a very interesting experience. Unfortunately, I don't consciously remember a lot of it, but it was very powerful. Yeah, if we don't understand what's going on in our subconscious, and so this is where these differences, these conflicting desires and beliefs are really coming to the surface for us today. And the reason that they're doing so is in order to, like, the shadow is coming into the light in order to help us move beyond some of this complicated energy, where we go from wishing to manifesting. That's how we do that. That's how we move from wishing to manifesting. Wishing is an energy that has less authority to it, right? It's less empowered. Manifesting is the empowered version of wishing. Wishing is like, I don't know whether this is going to happen for me or not. I don't know whether this is possible or not, but this is what I desire somebody else or something else to do for me. Manifesting is that energy of taking command of our energy and being like, this, I am bringing this into my reality. This is my reality, right? This exists now. And really setting that firmly forward and having all the energy, right? We're talking about that solar tone, all of that laser focus and intention, sending that out in a steady stream that's uninterrupted by anything conflicting. And this is one of the major reasons that people's manifestations don't tend to come through in the physical, is because of these dual belief systems, is because of this energy in their subconscious that actually wants something different than what their conscious mind desires. Yeah, and so for some of us, this integration of the shadow involves us really being honest about what we truly desire and what our motives behind that are. And if that's something that we're uncomfortable with, the first step is admitting that and integrating that. If we hide from that, that's not going to do us any good. And then finding, how can I fulfill that in a way that resonates with who I truly am? Then we have fragment. The High Priestess of Earth. And the message coming through. Feels to me, and it's really interesting too, because we've been talking about the birds as messengers, right? And the birds have been coming through for a lot of us. So I think it's really interesting that the message came through with the bird there. And I feel like this, like when I see this card right now, it reminds me of it's a very ethereal looking energy, right? It reminds me of like a spirit or a ghost. So I feel like there are messages coming through for us today from the ethereal realm. Really powerful messages. Let me look at this High Priestess. The High Priestess of Earth is the 3 energy. Yeah, symbolizes the physical world. Things coming through and manifest in physical reality. So I'm feeling like this is the energy of like the non-physical coming into the physical and bringing with it news and understanding. This is also about us integrating fragments of ourselves, right? Soul fragments. Calling those back to us. Grounding those in. And some of these fragments of our souls, of our psyche, of our essence have really powerful messages for us. They have really powerful wisdom that we're wanting to reclaim, to call back to us. This, to me, for some reason, I'm seeing that scroll as a map. It's like they hold, it's like we're looking for directions, just direction in general. And they're going to give us or help provide the map that's going to get us where we need to go. I also feel this is also energy coming through telling us that and reminding us, right? We're still in the middle. We have Mercury retrograde conjunct the sun and the moon during this eclipse, right? We have Mercury who's been squaring Neptune throughout this retrograde. There's a lot that's still uncertain. We're receiving a lot of information, but remember, it's needing time to integrate. We don't have all the answers just yet. So we're being asked to pay attention. We're being asked to notice what's being shown to us, but to understand that we're still only receiving fragments of that knowledge. And before we draw conclusions about anything, we want to wait for more things to fall into place. We want to wait for more knowledge and understanding to come through, more of this energy to fully integrate into our awareness, into our consciousness, and into our physical reality. Interesting. I'm going to pull a couple. We're going to do the Zodiac of the 108 here. Pull a couple of these cards to close. Clear. Yeah. Right now we're just being asked to remain open-minded, to be the observer, to notice what's coming into our reality, to notice what's being revealed to us about ourselves, about our relationships, about our outer reality, about our own belief systems. Just being that observer. And yes, setting those intentions today. But also continuing to be aware of what's being revealed to us about the truth in our hearts, so that we can act from there. But first we have to acknowledge the truth in our hearts, right? All right, first card out is Autumn, Full Moon, the Queen. Interesting. Here we go. So this to me is indicating that the events that are transpiring right now, this are going to, like, we're going to have to wait for the complete fruition of this is going to come with the full moon. And this would be an full moon in autumn, right? So we're looking quite a ways away. I'm feeling we, of course, have a full moon in November happening right before the final eclipse in this series of eclipses. So it could be right around that time. Yeah, so this is an unfoldment of energy, right? like we talk about. And so, and the information, the knowledge that we're seeking, the answers that we're getting more fragments, more bits of pieces of now, may continue to develop, and we may continue to be receiving more information as just throughout the year as we move toward this full moon. We may even, for some of us, like the closing out of a lot of these things, a lot of these belief systems, a lot of these cycles, may be an ongoing process until that point. And then we have the roses. This is friendship, this is passion, this is fidelity, this is love and romance and affection. So all that beautiful energy coming through. So for some people where there was an energy of love here that we're talking about, this energy of wishing, of longing for someone, this complicated kind of situation, or what feels complicated, that there's maybe developments around that with the full moon. It may be a bit more delayed than what you would like, but there may be developments there. Yeah, then we have the Anemkara. This is unconditional love, romance, soulmates. Any type of soulmate, not simply a romantic, right? And then we have Jack and Diane, and this is about broken hearts. So this is like the healing. I feel this as the healing of our broken hearts, where we had this broken-hearted energy in the past, where we have been healing that. It's sort of like many of us are going through like a deeper level of healing around that energy that's then going to be able to manifest itself in the drawing in of our soulmates, drawing in of these connections that we seek. These deep, loving connections, romantic and otherwise. Just all of our soul tribe, our soul family, all of that. And then we have symphony, harmony, synergy, team, cohesion, order, and roadblocks. Right, so what Spirit is saying with this is any roadblocks, anything in your way, any of these challenges that you're going through, these obstacles, these barriers that you're feeling that you're experiencing, especially when it comes to connecting with your soul tribe, when it comes to connecting with finding that love, that beautiful burning love that we all yearn for. Anything that seems like a roadblock is actually there for a reason. It's a detour. It's not a no, it's a not right now. Because there's more healing and more growing to do. This is about, the symphony is about precision and arrangement. Things are being divinely orchestrated. It's just we have to trust the timing. We have to trust the timing, and we have to do the healing. Yeah, and then see on the bottom of the deck we have yes. So that's why I'm saying the answer isn't no, it's just not right now. So keep focusing on your own growth. Keep focusing on those dual belief systems, that shadow consciousness. And ultimately, as we heal that, and this is stuff that I do, so please reach out to me. My information's in the description box below. As we work through that and as we heal that, we got 2 threes next to each other, 3, 3. We got a 1, a 6, 2 threes, and a 4. Right, so good numbers. And another 1 here with a 3 underneath it. And that's the map. Were we not talking about the map? Were we not talking about the map? And then we have the phoenix, right? So the transformation. Yeah. As we continue doing that work, we open ourselves up, and then we are able to magnetically attract this. It's all being organized. It's just we don't understand why things have to happen the way they have to happen, but they happen like everything is orchestrated for a reason. Remember, this white mirror energy is all about the divine order. So just trusting in the divine order and continuing to do the work, continuing to heal ourselves, continuing to move out of this energy of self-deception, right? All right, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you join us for the new moon ceremony tonight. Definitely check out those other eclipse season videos if you haven't checked those out yet. Just work with this energy however you feel called today. There were some really powerful messages that came through in yesterday's reading. Talking about the diamond, there's a meditation where you call in this diamond of knowledge. And another meditation I think that came up in the reading yesterday. Those were really powerful, so check those out. Those are some things that feel very like great things to do and great ways to utilize this energy, but you know, intuitively, you know what to do. You know how to experience this energy. For some people, it's just being. Sometimes with these big energies, that's all I do is I simply be. And I allow whatever is meant to transpire and just stay open and receptive to it. But definitely stay open and receptive to the insights that are coming through, and allow yourself treat yourself with love and compassion. Treat any part of you that is revealed, anything that shows up today, with love and compassion. All right. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. You guys know all the things I say at the end. The links are down below to donate if you feel so moved to do so. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon.